Hello, Achieve Virtual Education Academy teachers. Welcome back from our 2-week kind of silenced fall break period. Hopefully you had time to rest, hang out with family, and kind of recharge your batteries for the final push, including this week. That's 8 weeks to the end of the semester, at least for most schools, December 18th being that final Friday. So with that, I'll get right to the weekly update. Hopefully it won't take too much of your time today and get you some good information for some things that are coming up ahead down the road. So again, welcome back. We're in the final full swing here with 7 weeks left in our semester. That's after this week, obviously, so starting next week. And with that comes Thanksgiving break, ECAs in December. AccuPlacer for us starts next week in November, so there's a lot going on. People would be doing holiday shopping, not only for food, but also gifts, depending on the holidays you all celebrate. And it's just one of those things where this is, to me, the fastest time of the year. The end of the school year goes fast as well. But with the summer school pile up and whatnot, it seems to go a little slower than these last 7 weeks. The fall semester just flies, especially once you get out of September. And so here we are, 7 weeks left, and with all the testing, traveling I'll be doing for testing, those kinds of things, it's going to be fast. So stay up on your students. Don't forget about your online kids. Continue to monitor them, get with them, give them feedback, and help them to progress to completion here in the last 7 weeks of the semester. Professional development, it's been a while since we last met with anyone online. We are going to be doing that again next week. So we had August, and then with some of the It's Learning timeline changes and things we've learned over time, we've continued to push back kind of our professional development plan. With that, though, we wanted everyone to complete or at least begin participating in the It's Learning training course. Hopefully you've completed that. If not, got about another week. We are going to go through briefly on Thursday some of the training things and kind of show some tips and tricks just on the surface level. We're still not going to get too involved, and we'll talk more about the timeline for It's Learning. It's looking like we're probably not going to jump into it until June, so for summer school. So just as a heads up there. But again, next Thursday, 4:30 to 6:30. I can almost guarantee you it will not take until 6:30. I have another meeting or event at 6 that I need to be a part of, and so it'll probably be 4:30 to 5:30, maybe 5:45ish, but it shouldn't be any longer than that. So we hope to see you all there. It's been a while, like I said, and hopefully you can join us and pick up with It's Learning so we can move forward and kind of begin that process of getting out of my big campus officially. Final exams, as with 7 weeks left, you probably have students finishing some of your classes or getting close. It's time to be sure to communicate with your students where they can take their final exams and what they need to do in order to be ready. If you need help with that, certainly contact me. If you're new, you may not necessarily know, but as a reminder, the options for where a student can take them are if they're a part-time student, meaning they attend another school, their school can proctor that for them and is often willing to do that. If they are a chief full-time student and live kind of in the area, they can always, or any student can come to Ben Davis High School. The extended day program is open 4 to 8 Monday through Thursday, so that does not include Fridays. So don't tell your students they can come to Ben Davis on a Friday. It's Monday through Thursday from 4 to 8. They need to be here no later than 8. The staff leaves at 9, so that gives them an hour to take a test, maybe two, depending on how quickly they can get through those. But if they're not here by 8, they're not going to test them. And then the other last option, it's our least, beneficial, but it's really the only option we have currently, is a local public library near them. Remember, the students need to set that up, and the students need to get you the contact information of the proctor there. That way you can send them a quick email or message kind of confirming that they are indeed a proctor, and get them the password with any maybe special instructions. The kid can use notes, the kids can't use notes, those kinds of things. And that's really about it. If you're new this semester and any of that is unclear, certainly let me know. Again, the final exams should be password protected. And I'll be sending that reminder out for what the password is. But remember, please remember the final exams should be password protected. You have to give the password to the proctor so the proctor can type it in and get them taken care of. Again, if they're doing the public library, that is on the student to figure out. And then we have the test ticket in our AVE teacher workroom that you can access for the students to print. That way, when they walk into that public library, they have a piece of paper that makes us look more official and helps those proctors answer any questions they might have about us. So again, students will be finishing soon, so those final exams, getting that information out to the kids is going to be important. Extensions, we've always granted extensions from first semester for some of your students. Certainly not all of your students earn this right, so do not just extension away. Most of our students have over 18 weeks to complete their classes for this semester. But if you're new or need the reminder, you have 3 criteria to meet if you're going to grant an extension. The first one is they must be 80% completed with the coursework. If they're 80% or more and they are passing, that's criterion number 2, they must be passing the class. If they're passing and have 80% of the coursework completed, you may grant an extension. The extension cannot pass the first day of second semester. Now, it's important to be consistent with this because in the past we've had teachers who hold to this and then another teacher says one thing and it makes the first teacher look bad, or it creates conflict with the parents, our office, and those teachers, along with the student in the middle. So we need to make sure if you're giving an extension, here's the criterion. I do not advertise this because it's up to the teacher to grant the extension. If the student meets the criterion, they can allow or not allow that depending on the course and the coursework. Those kinds of things. So keep that in mind. I can help you process through if you want to give an extension or not, but it is not my decision. You've been the one working with the kid all semester. So bear in mind, again, here's the criterion for that as a reminder. October newsletter and the AVE teacher workroom in my big campus. I have attached it there. The newsletter is got our student of the month. It's got some important information from myself, and then very important ECA and acuplacer information to the families. So just be aware of it. I'd check it out. And then, as always, Michelle has her tech tip of the month blog on there for our families, and you might find that beneficial as a teacher as well. Climate survey, again, well, this one is not for me as an individual. Our district is piloting one from SurveyMonkey that we'll be utilizing for district data later on down the road, probably starting next school year. All schools will be doing it, but this year, or at least this semester anyway, we're piloting it. If you work in Wayne, you've probably already received this from your current school. I'm just asking that you do it again for Achieve. I'm not going to come crawling to you if you haven't completed it, but it shouldn't take very long. Literally 5 minutes takes you to one screen, and you just fill out one screen only. You just keep scrolling down and filling out the answers. Most of it is pertaining to, do you feel safe in the school, those kinds of things. And here at Achieve, obviously we don't see the kids, so it's probably not much of an issue, but I said we'd participate. So I've got most of our BDE staff, all 8 of them have participated in it. So anybody else that can take a couple minutes to knock this out, it will be icing on the cake for our data. So thank you for your time and participation on that. But again, that's what this one is for. It is not for me, for my Principal Leadership Institute. Again, welcome back and happy Halloween. Tomorrow is Halloween, in case any of you have forgotten. So go out and get your pumpkins, make sure they get carved, and get your candy to hand out. 7 weeks left. Again, I know I've said that like 15 times, but it'll be fast. And have a great weekend and a safe Halloween, and hopefully we'll see you again next week. Thank you. Have a great weekend.